Welcome, everybody. I'm Barry Nelson from John Deere, and it is my extreme pleasure to welcome our media audience here today in the factory, but also we have thousands of people joining us virtually throughout the country to see our live reveal of the 9RX tractor. I'm very pleased today to have some special guests that will help put on our presentation. We have Dave DeVault, who is our factory manager for the Waterloo Works. And we have Michelle Rook, who is our broadcaster from WNAX out of Yankton, South Dakota, and also helping us as an AgWeb broadcaster today. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Thank you.
Thanks so much, and good morning, everyone. It's so fun to be broadcasting live here from the John Deere Tractor Cab Assembly Operations Facility right here in Waterloo. And I am representing agweb.com today, which is hosting this broadcast, and we're really excited to be part of this much anticipated live reveal of the John Deere 9RX tractor. I know farmers have been anticipating and waiting for this for quite a while. Now, just over to the left of us, you can see under wraps, we have the new 9RX tractor, and we didn't want anybody to peek, so that's why we covered it. But in just a few minutes, we're going to be having some of the employees here at the factory help pull the cover off of this and give you your first live look here at the 9RX tractor from John Deere. And here to help us with that, we have plant manager Dave DeVault. And this is an exciting day for you and your employees here at the plant, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, it sure is. We're just delighted. It's my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of all the John Deere employees. And we're delighted to have you all here to spend the day with us, and are very, very grateful for your time. Thank you for being here.
This is an appropriate place to be doing the reveal because this is where the 9RX tractors are built. So tell me a little bit more about this actual facility here.
Well, we've been designing and manufacturing tractors in Waterloo, Iowa since 1918. We've got over 5,500 employees working in the 6 Waterloo facilities. They work very hard every day to deliver the best that's in each of us, to make sure our customers get the best quality products we can deliver them. We are in the tractor and cab assembly operation this morning, where over 20,000 quality part numbers converge on a daily basis so that our creative and skilled workforce can assemble and test to deliver the best quality tractors to our customers.
And this factory is just part of the Waterloo Waterworks system here?
Yes, ma'am. We've got 6 facilities here in the Waterloo area.
6 facilities, and
from the design group at the Product Engineering Center, the foundry, comprehensive service parts operation, drivetrain components and assembly, and then the tractor cab assembly operation.
So besides the 9RX, what tractors do you actually assemble here at this factory?
Everything that's around 145 horsepower up to 620, which includes the 6R tractor, the 7R, the 8R and the RT, the 9R and the RT, and now we've got the new 9RX to be included in our portfolio. When you look at it, we offer many configurations in our portfolio, and we've got a number of different options that we put on it to help serve customers around the globe, and 140 different customers that we ship to. Countries.
Folks can actually come in here to the plant and see the assembly process, correct?
Yeah, we take days of vacation to get away from here, and there's about 30,000 people that take vacation to come visit us on an annual basis. They take advantage of one of our several daily tours, and then we had over 3,500 Gold Key customers come visit us this past year.
I have a lot of farmer friends that have had the privilege of doing the Gold Key tour. So how did those customers get to do that tour, and then what do they see when they come here to the facility?
Any customer that wants to come in and watch their tractor being built and help us build the tractor is available to do so. They just sign up with their dealer when they order the tractor, and we set up a time and a date for them to come and spend a day with us. It's a wonderful day and a heck of an experience for all of us.
Yeah, I know I've heard a lot of rave reviews about it. A lot of people like to come here and do that tour. They can also come and see the new Tractor and Engine Museum while they're here in Waterloo too now, right?
We'd love them to. It's an awesome testimony of the wonderful people that have been here before us and what it took to build this great business that we've got.
Absolutely. I got my first tour of that yesterday, Dave, and it was quite an experience. So recommend that highly if you're in the Waterloo area. So talk about the 9RX tractor. How does it fit into the overall 9 family series of tractors from John Deere?
Well, the 9RX is intended to give the broad acreage farmer a better solution for traction. We actually looked at focusing our design efforts on the drive line to ensure durability and also comfort to help the operator endurance for the day.
Right. And the carriage, or the undercarriage actually, in the cab are kind of some unique features of the 9RX, right?
Yes, ma'am. We got a video coming up to show all that, and it'd be kind of redundant to go through it here today. But yeah, this cab suspension and then the positive drivetrain or drive line is very, very important to the design.
So what new technology are you using here at the factory to actually build these tractors?
Well, overarchingly, we validate and verify every process that we have across all the facilities to assure we deliver the best quality products we can to our customers, from the melting process at the foundry where we control the chemistry of the iron that we do pour into the castings, the drivetrain component operations where we use closed loop machining and cellular manufacturing to assure the highest quality components go into our drivetrain assembly, and the backlash and the bearing settings down there for the critical assembly processes, and then out here controlling it through various torque methods and also interactive assembly processes to assure that each and every one of the fasteners and the connections that we make are controlled to the specifications that are designed to be met.
Right. I know quality is so important for John Deere. And of course, we want to take a little bit of a behind the scenes look at just how these tractors are assembled here at the factory, and as well, some of the farmers that actually did some of the field testing for the new 9RX tractor.
Really says a lot for John Deere to bring in producers from around the country to look at their products and to ask us questions to make changes in the development of this to what really works out in the field and what works for us.
What I've enjoyed most about this project is seeing a well-anticipated machine getting out in the customer's hands for the first time, and getting to hear their feedback, see how it compares to our competitors in the real world stuff, in a real world application.
It's important to work with the customers with all the changes so they get what they want. We're here to build what they want, and if we do that, we're going to be in business a long time.
Kind of impressed the way John Deere is listening to the people that actually use the tractors and are willing to make the changes that after all their evaluations to make it happen.
And after, talking to a customer, you look at things a little differently. You kind of look through their eyes of what they see and what they like.
They listened to us pretty well. They did the major things that needed change. It's impressed me way above my expectations.
It's just amazing from running this a year ago, the 9RX, to where it is today. The ride quality, the performance, I can't say enough about it. It's just remarkable.
We're running case quad tracks now, and we'd like to get to our fleet all as a similar John Deere equipment. And when you have everything else on your farm John Deere and getting everything to talk to each other as far as implements and tractors, and we could have all of our tractors on JD Link and be able to remotely watch them, versus now we have a couple we can't. I think it's just going to work real slick for our operation.
So this particular tractor helped us go through some pretty tough conditions. We had ruts from last year, the sprayer, possibly some combine ruts, and this track system really helped get through those conditions in a comfortable way, and a timely way. So that was pretty important to us.
Yeah, we were going to actually trade our Case IH quad tracks this year, but we held off in anticipation that Deere would be coming with something.
Yes, I have been waiting for this. I do have a Case quad track at the moment. In fact, I do tend to trade frequently, and when I'm trying to decide what direction to go, I would really prefer to stay with a Deere. that's one of my biggest complaints of the other machines is you feel every single gear. No, this is definitely more comfortable.
The gears are smooth, the ride is more smooth. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Just like all John Deere equipment, the cab's nicer, the ride's nicer.
It's definitely more pleasurable to drive.
I would say you guys got the cab suspension figured out.
The steering system on this tractor was exceptional. It allowed us to basically run straight down the road, and there was no wobble in our train at all. So we were really pleased with how well this tractor handled.
I tell them the reason it's taking us so long is so we can get the best product to them. We want to make this right, and we want to give them the best we can.
Part of my job is to be the customer advocate and say, hey, no, this is not John Deere. Putting this tractor through field test hours and customer applications and getting it out and getting it dirty. That's what's involved.
We've changed a lot since the first durability build. We've had more than just the suspension. We've changed quite a bit on this tractor, actually. The suspension will help. It'll make it a lot comfortable, a better ride for them.
I mean, it's just impressive just how everything's come together, how the engineers work to develop it and make it, and the guys in the line to put it together. It's just awesome, and I hope we sell a ton of them because I really think people are going to like them.
After using this tractor the last few days, I have a new appreciation for the track system. It definitely exceeded my expectations in a number of areas, so I think we're quite pleased with how it performed in our farm.
Well, some great testimonials and a great look behind the scenes here at how the 9RX tractors actually built here at the factory. And Dave, you have a lot of your employees that are here today to help us with this unveil. Who's all represented here?
It's awesome. We've got employees across all the facilities here in Waterloo, from the foundry out here, drivetrain, the assembly shops, and then the tractor and cab assembly. It's wonderful that they could all join us this morning. And yeah, you're right. This is a wonderful thing, an amazing event. And you know, every day our amazing employees passionately work together to make sure that we bring to life the best tractors in the world.
You told me that some of the employees here have been here for quite a number of years.
Yeah, we've actually been watching some of our veterans with over 50 years of service walk out the door this last summer.
Great, and all different educational backgrounds and experiences that come together here.
Yes, ma'am. We're full spectrum, very diverse workforce, and we have a lot of fun doing what we do every day.
So what is the best part of your job, Dave?
Working with all the people in this great business and serving. It humbles you to see how real and how wonderful it is with each and every one of the customers. They come through the factory, and just being able to rub elbows and put a face with a name, and you know, you're building a machine for somebody. It really makes a difference in the world. You know, you're helping feed the world.
So true. Well, it is time to unveil this tractor. I know people have been anticipating this for quite some time. Our hats off to all the employees here representing John Deere, because without you, this would not have been possible today. So, with no further ado, the moment you've been waiting for, pull the curtain. We're going to unveil the new 9RX tractor from John Deere. about anybody else, but I really got goosebumps to see this new 9RX tractor. And we have another video to show you some of the great benefits and features of this new high horsepower tractor.
Good things come to those who wait. Meet the new 9RX Series tractor from John Deere. The perfect combination of power, technology, and agility wrapped up in a 4-track. The new 9RX is about innovation, not imitation. And it starts with the right balance of power and performance, made smarter by the latest technology. With models from 470 to 620 engine horsepower, proven final Tier 4 engine technology, and a hydraulic flow of 115 gallons per minute. The 9RX is built to cover large acres and pull big implements with accuracy and efficiency, helping you extend your window and improve yield potential and profitability pass after pass. The 9RX uses a positive drive undercarriage system to effectively transfer the engine power, allowing you to maintain traction in a turn and under load. The robust design of the drivetrain and undercarriage is unique to the 9RX. How robust and how unique? The upswept axle component is the largest cast part poured in the nation. It also provides the ability to have a larger drive wheel, increasing reliability and putting more power to the ground. The 9RX's exclusive track design adds to its superior performance. The mid-rollers keep the track belts in contact with the terrain over the entire length of the undercarriage. The spacing of the mid-rollers also helps prevent vibration during transport and in the field. The front idler is raised slightly higher than the 2 mid-rollers, allowing the tractor to climb over obstacles while maintaining maximum ground contact and optimal weight distribution. The larger articulated footprint allows for additional traction and more flotation, resulting in decreased berming in turns and reduced soil disturbance during seeding applications, helping to improve your yield potential. Better mud and debris rejection at the drive wheel also means you won't have to interrupt your day to perform a cleanout, while a higher track tension resists derailing, and 6 wide drive lugs engage the large drive wheel for a reliable transfer of power, while an allowance for more recoil prevents component damage. And unlike other track designs, the 9RX doesn't require daily oil inspections, contributing to increased uptime. There's power, and then there's responsive power. The 9RX E18 transmission with Efficiency Manager responds quickly to any field condition to actively improve the tractor's performance, especially in wet and loose soil and on hills and slopes. It automatically shifts up and throttles back to reduce total fluid consumption and maintain optimum power and better traction. It also improves your operator experience, making it more enjoyable and less jarring. Contributing to the ride quality is the 9RX's cab suspension system, which isolates the entire cab from harsh conditions and terrain, taking the brunt of it so you don't. The entire system is fully automatic and requires no adjustment from the operator, which means you can work your fields longer while the window is open, with less stress and fatigue. In addition to the suspension, the 9RX's Command View 3 cab has outstanding visibility wherever you look. The 40-degree right-hand seat swivel gives you an improved view of your implement. An integrated refrigerator option, premium sound system, and Bluetooth capability make this cab even more inviting. Technology on the 9RX is not an afterthought. It's integrated. Every 9RX comes JD Link Connect and AutoTrack ready. Subscribe to JD Link and you can stay informed on machine location and hours while protecting your assets with geofence and curfew alerts. Track and analyze fuel usage and much more. Then automatically transfer your as-applied maps to the My John Deere Operations Center with wireless data transfer. From the command arm with the 4600 Command Center display, you can easily monitor and control all the major tractor functions. Control and adjust hydraulic, hitch preferences, display and transmission settings, radio, lights, field crews, and iTech functions. Increase field efficiency, reduce inputs by 10%, and lower the cost of automatic guidance by running AutoTrack from the integrated 10-inch touchscreen command center display. Better still, because John Deere implements and tools are designed to integrate seamlessly, they work together to bring more precision, convenience, and uptime to your operation. Best of all, it's supported by the same John Deere dealer. With the addition of the new John Deere 9RX to the 9 family of tractors, the right tractor is waiting for you at your John Deere dealer. Test drive the new 9RX today. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Well, now that we've whet everybody's appetite, Dave, the question on everybody's mind is when will these tractors be available and how can they get more information about them?
Well, of course, you can stop into our John Deere dealerships anytime to find out more about them or go on to johndeere.com. We'll begin taking orders in September, and delivery is expected late spring this next year.
Great. We're going to have more information as well for you with an agweb.com live broadcast immediately preceding this broadcast. We'll have a couple of experts that are looking at the product line of things that can talk to you a little bit about some more of your detailed questions that you might have, and we encourage you to participate online on agweb.com. And of course, this machine is going to be at the Farm Progress Show next week in Decatur, Illinois. I know a lot of farmers will be anxious to go out and kick the tires and see it for themselves as well.
Which tires?
You're right, Dave. You got me there. The tracks. They'll have to kick the tracks. That's right. That's a good one. And we also want to acknowledge the employees that have filtered in behind us here who made this tractor possible.
So I got to ask you, isn't that an awesome looking machine?
It is totally awesome.
So congratulations and thank you all very much.
Well-deserved acknowledgement there.
What a wonderful group of employees to help us bring this amazing tractor to life. Thank you all, sincerely.
Thank you. Thanks, Dave, for letting us come in here and have the broadcast and the reveal here from this facility. It certainly was appropriate for us to be here today. And remember, if you're in the Waterloo area, you can come tour this facility, you can take a gold key tour, or you can go to the museum that we talked about a little bit earlier in the show. It's just part of Waterloo Works here in Waterloo. This has been an exciting, exciting day for John Deere, and I was glad to be a part of it. Thanks for joining us at home as well, and on behalf of John Deere and agweb.com and Dave DeVault, I'm Michelle Ruck. Have yourself a great day.
Thank you all.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us live here on agweb.com. I'm Michelle Rook. I'll be your host for the next several minutes here as we had an exciting launch this morning from John Deere with the 9RX tractor, and this is a high horsepower tractor. And to talk a little bit more about this much anticipated launch and product, Ryan Huff is joining us. He is a product marketing manager with John Deere, and Chad Hogan is also a marketing manager, a future large tractor marketing manager with John Deere. And of course, you guys, the first thing everybody wants to know is what is the price going to be and when is that pricing going to come out?
Sure. So price will be available tomorrow morning, and we'll have that on johndeere.com. And then obviously go visit your local John Deere dealer. There's a lot of different options with this tractor, so go work with your dealer, and you can spec out the model that interests you.
And we talked a little bit on the live broadcast on agweb.com about when the tractors were actually going to be available, right?
Sure. So we have our first limited production builds. They will be on the ground this fall. Ordering opens 1 September, and then production starts the spring of 2016.
So, Chad, let's talk just a little bit more about some of the different features that might be offered or some of the things that the guys might want to add on or look at when they're ordering a tractor.
You bet. Probably one of the neatest features on this tractor is our active command steering option. It's a steering system that's fully electronic, enables the operator to have much more comfort, control, much more easier to drive up and down the road and hold a straighter line, more comfortable in the field, less effort to turn on the ends, that kind of thing. So customers that evaluated this tractor in our focus groups really like that option.
I know we've had some questions from our audience about why it took so long to come out with this particular tractor. Who wants to take that question? Ryan?
Sure, I'll take a shot at it. I think when we looked at the market, obviously the wheel machine is still the very popular out there. That's still a bulk of our business. We came with the 2-track. When we came with that 2-track model, it was the model that was in demand. It was the progression. And over the years, as that 4-track market has developed, if you look at those conditions where that machine form really strives, I think we started to see that portfolio would work well with John Deere. If you look at what we've done with the 9RX, it fits right into the 9R family. So we took all the key benefits and features of the 9 family in the wheel and the 2-track. We incorporated that into the 9RX. So I think you saw in a few of our taglines, it's better to get it right than to get it out. And we really wanted to make sure we did that. We wanted to get this machine correct. And when we brought it to market, we wanted it to be a unique machine that built on the 9R family, but that really was the right machine and ready to go to market.
The question that we had looked specifically at 600 horsepower tractors and above, but honestly, you have how many different horsepowers that are going to be available and offered in this line?
So we go from 370 horsepower on the lower end, and that's the 9 family, all the way up to 620. And then the top 4 models in the 9 family will have the 9RX option.
All right. And so let's talk about why this is such an important key component as far as your guys' marketing strategy. When we look at the environmental conditions these guys are farming in now, Mother Nature throws us all these curveballs. It was time for this, wasn't it, Chad?
Yeah, it sure was. A lot of customers in wet areas struggling with wet springs, particularly in the northern U.S. where they're trying to seed in wet conditions, drive around sloughs. They were struggling getting power to the ground, keeping traction and turning under load. This machine is going to improve their ability to turn under a load and still be on track, have a track tractor that can float across those wet conditions.
We have a question here from one of our audience members. Will there be an 8RX? Who wants to tackle that one?
I'll take a crack at it, and maybe you have your own answer too, Chad. So I think really what I look at that, is there a row crop? Because that 8 is that row crop tractor we have versus our true 4-wheel drive and the 9 family. I think we always are looking at new options. We are looking and working on a narrow version. We're not ready to release that at this point, but it's something we're looking at in the future, and hope to have more information on that in the coming months or sometime as we get into 2016.
Chad, did you have anything to add?
I'd just say that no idea is a bad one. We will constantly evaluate any of the requests that come in from our customers, and so 4 tracks on an 8R is something I'm sure we'll be diving into to really understand in the future. Yeah.
We have another question here about the undercarriage. Is it suspended, and what is the top speed that you can go?
So the top speed of this tractor is 26 miles an hour. The undercarriage itself is it does oscillate. It does not have suspension. We did look at using our hydro cushion suspension that we offer on our wheel tractors. What a game changer it's been on the wheel tractor in terms of eliminating power hop and improving ride, eliminating road lope, so enabling those faster transport speeds. We didn't see where it added much for this 4-track machine, and our cab suspension provides an unprecedented ride in the 4-track industry.
Okay. Anything to add, Ryan?
No, I think Chad did a good job with that.
Right. Okay, we have another question here. Is John Deere working on a bigger engine than the 826 cubic inch displacement model?
So today we use the 13.5 liter engine. It's a John Deere engine on the 470 and the 520 models. We do use a 15 liter Cummins on the larger 2 models. So the Cummins engines, it's a 15 liter QSX engine. Does a great job for us. It's got unbelievable amount of torque and can really get down and pull through those tough spots.
Great. Another question here about what is the advantage of having a 4-track system?
So probably one of the biggest advantages of the 4-track is its ability to turn under load. 2 tracks are wonderful machines. They'll stay in our lineup. We think that a lot of customers, we've actually had a lot of customers come through customer focus groups thinking that they wanted a 4-track, came to the event, experienced them a little more in depth, and actually found that the 2-track was a better fit for their operation. But for those customers who really need to turn under load, get close up to some wet holes without getting sucked into them, a 4-track is a great machine.
Let's also talk. Oh, did you want to
I
add?
just think I'd add to that. If you look at the fall farm shows, we're going to have a large presence at those shows. And one of the things we're really keying on for those farm show presence is about the right choice conversation. And that's a terminology we've developed within the company. But what's the right machine for any given customer? How do you really qualify what meets their needs? And we know that the 9RX is getting a lot of attention, as it should, but there's still a very good place for the 9RT and also the four-wheel. And we want to make sure that the right tractor is going to go to the right customer for their needs, and not just because the 9RX is the newest and latest. If we take that one step further, as we get past September, we have limited production builds. So our early release machines are going to be in the field. Those will be at your local dealers, and we're going to be doing right choice events across the country. So visit with your local dealership, see if they're going to be holding an event, and really what the focus of that training is taking all three machine forms, the 9-wheel, the 2-track, and the 4-track, and giving you a chance to operate all three, and hopefully see that demo somewhere in your area.
Great. Let's get into a few of the other nitty-gritty specifics here. What about the track spacing and belt options? Who wants to tackle that, Chad?
Yeah, so we offer two different belt options, a 30-inch wide belt and a 36-inch wide belt, and the track spacing is set at 78 inches. So that makes for a nice narrow transport getting up and down the road, easy to fit into your shed and store as well.
And you have two belt options, is that right?
That's right, 30-inch and 36-inch. So the 36-inch just offers a little bit better flotation than that 30-inch option.
Okay. And you wanted to add something else there? I'm sorry.
There's two different options as far as a general use belt and a high durability.
I guess that was what I was getting at. I'm sorry.
That's correct. Yep. So both of our belts are Camso belts. We have two different options in terms of the DuraDrive options that they give. One's just a little bit longer lasting belt. That should hold up in rougher conditions as well as last a little bit longer.
Another question is, what prevents the debris buildup there on the undercarriage? I know that's probably something that's going through a lot of producers' minds as they listen to this.
That's right. These machines are made to get into sticky conditions where mud can be an issue. So we've got standard scrapers on the undercarriage, as well as some optional scrapers for those really sticky soils that you can install to help better shed that debris from inside the undercarriage.
Great. And just to take a little bit of a break to tell you what we're talking about here, this is the John Deere reveal of the 9RX tractor, high horsepower tractor that we did just a few moments ago here from the factory here in Waterloo. And joining me is Ryan Huff. He is a product marketing manager, and Chad Hogan. He's also a marketing manager looking at future large tractors for John Deere. And again, we're discussing the 9RX tractor that was just unveiled here today in Waterloo. Another question that we have from our audience, where or how can additional ballast be added, or is that something that's actually even recommended?
Yep. So these tractors come out of the factory with the ideal ballast already on them. We don't have ballast options for the tractor. These 4-track machines are going to come in anywhere in that 55 to 60,000 pound range, depending on how they're configured, and we feel that's just the right amount of weight to go out and pull heavy implements that they're designed to pull.
Ryan, did you have something to add?
I think he covered it.
Okay. Another question here is why is the glass cab not offered?
Glass cab.
That's what it says here, glass cab. Well, we'll maybe move.
He's referring like the combine cab, where it's got a little bit larger window. Just a question. Glass instruments. Go ahead, Chad, if you got it.
So one of the new features on this cab is laminated glass, and that laminated glass windshield actually really helps with the noise level inside the cab. So you're able to talk on your phone, direct other operations going on your farm, all from a nice quiet cab.
All right. Can you guys also talk a little bit about how this fits into the whole precision agriculture tools that you guys offer through John Deere, how it will integrate in?
Sure. I'll just use an example, and I think you saw it during our intro video there. And yesterday, the members of the media, and we're rolling that out publicly too, we have a 2730 with new TrueSet technology, and that integrated technology between the implement that you're pulling, the combination tillage tool, and then all the way to the tractor, that auto the integration of that technology. So when you have a green-on-green integration, the command center that you're using automatically controls the disc behind you, that combination tool, and it allows you to be much more productive. If you look at the setting of that tool, we can save you about 30 minutes of overall setup time. And the other piece of that, with that integrated technology, you're allowed to have 4 different set points utilizing that tillage and that true set technology. So varying conditions in your field, you're allowed on the go within a few seconds to adjust that tillage to make it really fit the need in that field and that given location, as opposed to in the past with a manual change of the tillage. It really took a lot of time, and quite often customers didn't jump out and change those settings in varying conditions. So that's some of the technology that we're integrating with the tools all the way into the tractor. So it's a complete solution versus just a tractor or a different disc of a different company.
Absolutely.
The other thing I'd add to that is every one of these machines come with JD Link Connect, and what JD Link Connect does, it's a telematics solution that has a cellular chip in the tractor, and it communicates data back and forth. So with remote display access, you can actually dial into one of your operator's machines, see the display exactly what they're seeing, and help them set up an AB line or something like that. So helping them walk through those problems without having to drive out to them. They also have wireless data transfer, so all the documentation data that you're collecting as you're going out through the field, that gets wirelessly sent back up to your My John Deere account, where you can view your maps and everything online. Every one of these machines comes with that. It also enables us to really step up our product support capabilities through something called Service Advisor Remote. And this is a tool that our technicians use. It's a tool in their laptop that they use to help diagnose problems with machines. They're now able to actually connect to the machine from the dealership, dial into that tractor, diagnose what the problem is, and have a better likelihood of coming out with the right part and the right expertise to fix that problem the first time and get you back up and running faster.
One more thing I'd comment. We're very proud of our walk-up easy, is what we like to call it. And the operating environment of these new tractors, when you walk up, I think it's intuitive, and that's the feedback we're hearing from our customers. The other thing is it's common amongst our platform. So when you go from the combine to the tractor to the sprayer, you have a common user interface. And I think that goes a long ways when you have hired help moving around and getting into different pieces of equipment. We've done a very good job of making that user interface very easy to use.
Okay, we covered it during the live reveal, but I thought maybe it'd be good to go over again a little bit about when this is actually going to be released and how folks can get more information and work with their John Deere dealer to get these orders.
Sure. So johndeere.com, that's the best resource. That will go live right now. I believe if you go on johndeere.com, we have updated advertising information, spec sheets. Tomorrow morning, the pricing will be available, so you can go again on johndeere.com and you can look at our published pricing for the 9RX. And then the other piece is all this information has been rolled out to dealers a week ago, so they should have some very good resources. They have a configuration tool, so you can go through and spec out a tractor that meets your individual needs. That's available to them 1 September. And then as we go into the fall and then next spring when we start production and start deliveries in the late spring of 16.
How excited are you two about this tractor? We haven't even discussed that. I see lots of smiles on a lot of people's faces today, but
Yeah, for me, I've been with this project since the very beginning, and so watching that tarp pulled off of the tractor today, I'll tell you what, the only thing I can liken it to is seeing a child born for the first time. It's just that emotional of an event for you.
yeah, I'm sure this is your baby. But we talk a lot about John Deere and the fact that you guys do focus groups, you guys talk to farmers. That's where the thought process came into doing the design and engineering for this, wasn't it?
Sure. I think it was California a year ago. A lot of the individuals you saw on the screen there had an opportunity to come out and drive this machine. And I think it was referenced a couple times, but we really do value that feedback, and it's an important part of our development process. If you look at where this machine was at 2 years ago in the development cycle, we've added the cab suspension. We've added some of these key features that we knew was vital to go to market. We didn't want to bring a machine that was subpar. We wanted to make sure we had the machine form that would really hit the market right. And that was some of the feedback that we got there a year ago, and we decided to come back and get that cab suspension and make some of those changes that the customer said were important for them to really make that purchasing decision and then buy that green tractor.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that people didn't get to see today during the live broadcast was we had a few of the farmers that actually did some of the field demos and the testing out in the field. One of them was from Canada, right?
That's right. We use test cooperators all over the world, not just in the U.S., but in other countries as well. They've been evaluating these machines since we built the very first prototypes. They put them in the fields. They use them just like they would. They work them hard and tell us what they like, what they don't like about them, and we go back to the drawing board and change those areas that they like to see improvements on, and that's all part of our design process.
Any other questions that you've been getting from farmers or anything else that we want to tell folks before we kind of wrap things up here?
I think, again, and that's what I want to remind guys, the first chance you'll have to see these fall farm shows, great opportunity. We'll have our subject matter experts that are at the lot, go up, ask questions, get a chance to crawl around on these. Our undercarriage design has a lot of key features, and we're very proud of that. And we're going to have some videos out to support that, so we should have some good material. And then the other thing I want to stress is talk to your local dealer. We have a lot of these machines hitting the ground across the U.S. and Canada this fall, and our intention is to get as many people as possible into that seat. And we're to try to do some events at the dealership, but we also want to get some of those pieces of equipment on individual farms. So go talk to your dealer if you're interested in this machine. We don't have, obviously we can't get everyone into the seat, and we don't have enough machines to go everywhere. But we're trying to be aggressive with our exposure this spring. It was part of our introduction plan, was to have these machines ready to go. So as soon as we introduced it, we have machines on the ground to go out and really spread the word and get people to see it firsthand.
I'm kind of upset you guys didn't let me at least drive one.
Well, we're missing it outside. I believe that's a part of it. As soon as we get down here and wrapped up, we're going to have one running out here in the field behind us, so you'll have a chance to see it and get closer to it. And then I think a few of the fall farm shows, we're actually going to be operating a tillage display. So Farm Progress, if we have the opportunity, we're to try to hook up a 2730 and operate it in the field. So maybe not in the seed exposure, but you'll see one run and operate and see how it puts that power to the ground.
Yeah. And of course, we're here as part of a media event, a product launch from John Deere. The 9RX has gotten a lot of the attention, but there are a lot of other products that you guys have been talking about here the last couple of days, right?
That's right, and get to a farm shows, see what's all out there. Go on to johndeere.com and see all of our new exciting products for 2016.
You asked a question earlier. How does it feel to finally be at this point? I think
I didn't let you answer.
No, it's fine. Now I'm jumping in here. But 4 years ago, I think it was the first time that Chad and I got together and we started talking about how we're going to launch this and when and where. And for it to be here is a very exciting moment. We're very proud of this tractor, and I think the customers will appreciate it when they see it. I think they'll be excited to see it, and it's been a long time coming, but we're very excited to have it in the market.
It was also exciting to see all of the factory employees out here today standing behind us when we unveiled that tractor, wasn't it?
Sure. There's nothing that we can't do anything without them and their interaction, and there really is the one that allows us to produce this tractor, and it was very good to have them included, and I think it felt like a special moment for everyone. I felt a lot of excitement in the air, and I think the video and just the overall setting, I'm very pleased with the morning.
Thanks, gentlemen, for joining us, Ryan Huff and Chad Hogan, and they are both marketing managers for John Deere. And we thank you for joining us on agweb.com as we launch the new 9RX tractor here from John Deere. I'm Michelle Rook. Have yourself a great day.